As I stated before, I was homeless for 3 days in 1981. And I prayed and I looked at the church and I looked at the club and I went to the club. As I walked to the door, I didn't drink and I didn't smoke, but I sat at the bar and I ordered a Pepsi. I was so hungry and thirsty. I drank the Pepsi and I chewed the ice and I was praying like, how am I going to get food? I only had $50 to my name. And I checked my suitcase at the front door. And all of a sudden, a guardian angel came and sat beside me and said, young lady, you're in a crisis, aren't you? I said, yes, and I began to cry. I said, my roommate moved, my father is sick, I rode a city bus all day, ended up at Leisure World, and I don't know what to do. And the young man said, listen, it's Reaganomics. You know, there's not a lot of jobs out here. I'm a real estate agent. I haven't sold a house in 2 days, but I have an apartment. I said, I'm not going to stay with a strange man. He said, listen, I can't let you sit on a park bench. So I was safe. I went there for 3 days and I began to think, what can I do? How can I get a job? How can I get money? How can I eat? And then I figured it out. I'd re-enlist in the military. When I re-enlisted, I had a job, I had money, I already had the skill, and I said, and this time when I get out of the military, I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to have a blueprint. I'm going to be independent. I'm going to depend only on myself. And that's exactly what I did. As I reflect on that situation, there was a lesson learned. Always be independent. Always have a plan. Always develop a blueprint. And make sure that when you develop that blueprint, that you have goals, you have activities, and that you have measurements on how you're going to make sure that you do what you say you're going to do. So when I got out of the military, I went to Georgia State. I got my bachelor's degree. I had my own apartment. I didn't have a car, but I rode the city bus every day to school back and forth. So I learned something. I'm 20-something years old, 26 and a freshman in college because I went into the military first. But I learned that all of the trials and tribulations in my life, there were lessons learned.